Welcome to Your Club Sit Down. This is a series for the university where we talk to clubs and committees from all the 40 clubs here at the university. With you today is rugby. I have Simon Digman and Michael Holder. So guys, how long have you been playing rugby with the university for?
3 years. We both joined at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah, just finished up third year now.
Yeah.
Didn't get to play much first year because of COVID, but 2 years now playing.
And what are your roles with the clubs?
My second year, I was social sec, and next year I'll be captain.
What are you?
I've been captain for the past 2 years.
And what is the role of captain and social sec? Do you want to go first? What's the role of the social sec for the rugby?
Social sec is just organising events, charity events, nights out, and joint socials as well.
And how have you found the experience of being a social sec this year?
Well, it's an eye opener, really. To begin with, you make a lot of new friends and links with other socials that you wouldn't thought you would. But yeah, it's been good.
So we get into obviously the social aspect very, very soon. But as the captain, what's that role? So Michael just said he's going to be captain next year. What is the captain for rugby? Is that the main thing for the committee?
I'd probably say president probably has a bigger role. As captain, you sort of just organise stuff on the field, stuff for training. Obviously in rugby, it's a bit different where you're the only person who's allowed to speak to the ref. So that's quite a big role. But yeah, mainly just make sure you get people down, chasing people up for attendance, whether they're going to play or not, getting down to training, that sort of thing.
So what are the levels seen? How many people are actually with rugby this year? I mean, I'm the numbers in football is obviously quite large. In rugby, is it a little bit smaller, I'd imagine?
Yeah, it's definitely a smaller club.
Yeah, it varies, I would say, as well.
In terms of the level?
Well, yeah, we have experience from, you're probably the highest experience, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's lads from representative level, sort of county, north sort of level, and then there's lads who literally haven't played rugby before.
All right.
But numbers-wise, I'd say it varies massively because we've got loads of lads doing courses like paramedics and stuff where you get placements. So we can have one week where we've got full squad, if not more, and then there's other weeks where we struggle for numbers. But we always manage to get a team out, and that's why we encourage lads who even if you've never played rugby before to get down because it really helps us out.
This year with the social aspect of the club with rugby, the every Wednesday with the socials and the matches on Wednesdays too. How have you found the aspect of the socials bringing as a student experience? How do you feel that's maybe has it enhanced your time at uni?
Yeah, 100%. You just get more involved, really. To begin with, coming to uni, I know I live here, but I didn't know many people. So joining rugby, you meet a variety of different people, makes you feel so much more comfortable, and just really enhances your enjoyment of uni.
Do you want to maybe have a little bit of detail, how do the socials go? Every Wednesday, is there themes? Is there a way what did the rugby do?
Yeah, so normally we'd set up a theme sort of Thursday, Friday the week before, give some people time to prepare, whether it be fancy dress or that sort of thing. We'll set a meeting point. It's normally one of the flats or houses around with the lads. Come down before Wednesday, and then head out to the play Wednesdays.
Yeah. So with the clubs as well, obviously there's so many different clubs, but people would be in contact with other teams, other clubs as well. Do you feel the other committees in the clubs on the socials, but they all kind of get together and stuff? Do you have any joint socials?
Yeah, I would say probably the joint ones are up there with the best ones.
What have you had this year for the joint ones?
We've had a good one with netball a few times.
We did. I think Frank, who's been our associate this year, he's done quite well. He's branched out quite a lot. Made quite good links with a couple of the social secs. And it just introduces new faces. It's quite a small city at times, so it's seeing new faces, new people to socialise with. It's always a good laugh.
Brilliant. So before we get into the pictures, if you were trying to sum up the time being with the rugby and the social of it, if you have one sentence to try and sum it up, what would it be?
A lot of fun. It's just like I say, it introduced me to a lot of people that I would never have met just through university itself.
So no matter what level, experience or anything really, just you'll be great. You'll have a laugh, basically.
Brilliant. So we're going to go on to the photos now. So the first photo we're going to go with is here what is this match? Can you like walk us through it? Like that photo, it was on your Instagram. What game was that?
That was our last game of the season. It was Teesside the week before varsity because we got told they weren't allowed to play varsity or something. But at the start of the game, they actually was quite funny because I think we won 61-0. But at the start of the game, they were trying to say that we bottled varsity and we didn't want to play them. So it was nice, quite a nice one to. Because it was quite a lot of the lads' last games as well, so it was nice to get a good send off for the boys. Yeah, it was a good day.
So like with a regular match day, can you just like walk us through like how that would like usually go?
Yeah, so we're linked with Sunderland Rugby Club here in the city, so we use their facilities. So normally we'd meet at City Space in the uni beforehand, either drive up or get a bus over to the club, get set up there a few hours before the game, get in the change rooms with the boys, start our warm-ups. And then, head across to the pitch.
Yeah. Have you had like many like away days? I mean, I know like there's like that home pitch, but like your away days, would they be like more kind of like socially inclusive and stuff like that? Like a lot more fun?
There's always planned events that happen, so will be the themes.
Yeah.
There's always a theme on the first away day of the year, and depending on how long it is, will vary on how good the theme is, really.
Yeah.
But we've had a good one against Leeds in the Cup semi-final, and that was probably one of the. I know we got beat slightly. It was a close game, but one of the best games of the season we've had.
And what was the like the social part of that? Like what made it so great?
We've actually had so many away days. We've had more away days this year than home games. There's been a lot. It was
I think it was just more that it was a semi-final. It was a big event.
I can't actually remember what the theme was. It's just been it was a long time ago. But yeah, we always like with the theme, the fancy dress starts on the bus, so it starts the night off a bit earlier. It's always a good crack. Have some sing along, get the music on.
Can you like talk us through this photo here? So when was this taken? What was the theme?
That was at the start of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that was Schoolgirls, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's quite early on in the year.
Yeah. And like you said, so like you said earlier that like you'd meet at like one of the players' houses. Is it one player's house like throughout the year, or is it
No, it varies.
Okay.
It's normally a fresher's house.
Just mainly for like student accommodation. They've only got a bigger living area and stuff. But we've hosted quite a few times this year. So yeah, just make it fair. Everyone do a bit rather than just being the same person's house every week.
Yeah.
Well, what's been the best one this year for you? As you find like
Theme-wise?
Theme-wise, yeah.
Minions was pretty good.
Minions, yeah. I was there.
Everyone dressed up as Minions, and Mike goes through because he's got quite a large nose. That was a fun one.
I think I remember that one. So actually moving on, like a big thing that the clubs do is a lot of charity events. So I was going to post these charity events, and I want you to kind of like walk us through all three. So we have the first one. I'm assuming was it the Movember. Yeah. So how did the Movember go? Because he raised quite a lot of money, £741.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Sort of supporting men's mental health. Gets swept under the carpet a bit. It's sort of I think in rugby it's quite a big thing in general. Breaking sort of the stigmatism of it all. So we try and do it every year. We did well this year, raised a lot of money. And this was actually linked to it as well.
Yeah, so what was this? This was
it was a sponsored charity cycle. Yeah, it was sat up in City Space there too.
Were you cycling the whole time, or was it?
Well, I think I can remember that being quite a fragile Thursday morning, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, afternoon by the time I rocked up.
Yeah, so our president decided to put it on. Was it 9 o'clock the next morning?
9 o'clock
after the social.
Morning.
So
that was fun.
Sweating out the arms, holding.
Yeah, just sort of little things.
And like, but was everyone getting involved? Like, so like everyone in the committee, everyone in the team was there. Yeah, that's nice.
Doing little stints. There was certain lads who'd been there a bit longer, putting in a bit bigger shifts than others. But yeah, everyone got involved because a lot of people again on Thursdays were busy with uni, but when they could pop in and out to do some extra miles.
And then like over here now with the dodgeball tournament, how does that go? Who organised that? Was that a joint effort from
Is our ex-president Dean?
Yeah, it was sort of just again another idea it was for a local charity, again for men's mental health.
Yeah.
Just a little extra bit before the end of the year. It was a bit difficult with it being in exam season. A few people weren't available and stuff. But yeah,
we still got good numbers down.
Yeah, it was quite.
Do you feel like these charity events and the socials and stuff brings everyone kind of like become closer and like everyone kind of gets together?
Everyone helps each other out really.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a good netball one we had at the start of the year, where everyone got involved, and that was, I think people still talk about it now. Really, it was a good event. So more events like this will help other societies get together. And
So like, finally, kind of like before we finish up and stuff, just want to talk you through this photo here. So sports ball came, and there's a lot of players there. So is that the whole committee for rugby?
Well, that's actually our flat, but so it's me as captain, Dean, ex-president, may as well be president this year because Tom didn't do his job, and then Frank, the social sec. But, I mean,
Yeah. So
might not have all had committee roles, but I'm pretty sure we made sure the club ran smoothly this year.
and how did the year go? Like in your opinion, do you feel like it was successful? Like was a good year for rugby?
Definitely, yeah. I think as a group, players' numbers we grew. Last year we struggled a bit with numbers. Again, we formed that link with Sunderland, and especially with Michael, got lads who sort of were at the uni but weren't really involved with any socials or the team. Got them involved to help us a few times.
Yeah.
Like I say, Frank made quite a few good links to other teams and societies. So yeah, I think as an overall, we did really well this year.
I think on the pitch as well, we've dropped down a division to begin with, and we've competed well with teams who normally would probably not compete well against.
Yeah.
And to get to a semi-final where you could say we were very lucky not to get through the next round to the final, but it's a building block, and I think next season should be a hopefully good season.
So next season as well, obviously, I imagine the socials are still going to be still going ahead and everything. But like, for people who would be kind of like interested, obviously, in joining and stuff, would you think that would you say that the social aspect that rugby brings, or just even like with the clubs, do you feel like that's been like some of the highlights of your time at university?
100%.
Definitely.
100%. It's
100%.
mainly the one thing I'm here for, really. And like, I mean, other people from different societies would probably say that rugby's probably got the best socials, so.
Brilliant. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch more episodes of Club Sit Down, it'll be on all of our social media platforms.